Hiya, fam. Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
We're back with another reaction. It's another pitch meeting. Which one is it this time, Dan?
This is Face Off.
Yes, that movie with Nick Cage and John Travolta.
That's the one.
Well, I don't see what the problem could possibly be, but let's go find out.
I'm extremely curious.
So am I. Cheers to you, fam. Enjoy.
So, you have a 90s movie for me? Yes, sir,
90s
I do.
movie.
And by the way, there's no need to specify the current decade, because it's currently the current decade. Oh,
Yes.
well, I'll keep that in mind. All right. 90s mind. Okay, so anyway, we're going to meet this FBI agent named Sean Archer, right? Okay, and what's his real name? Sean Archer. I don't believe you. All right.
What's wrong with
So
that?
he's on a carousel with his little son, right? Being all dad-like, running his fingers down his face and stuff.
That's
What?
kinda
You know
weird.
how you do that with people you love, just kind of run your oily fingers down their faces?
No.
No, that sounds awful. Sean Archer does that to everybody he loves, and then we're gonna meet this bad guy with a gun named Castor Troy.
Look at that stash.
Okay, and what's his real name? Castor Troy. No. Yep, and he tries to kill Sean Archer, but the bullet goes through him and kills his son. Oh no. Yeah, so Sean Archer's very sad, you know, crying and everything. And so Castor takes a second shot, finishes the job, and kills Sean? He doesn't, no. What? Why not? He's right there. So the movie can happen. Oh, okay. So anyway, then a couple years later,
That
Castor
was
Troy
bad.
plants
Yeah.
this bomb for like 260 something hours later. Good to get a head start on work, I guess. Then the FBI gets a lead on where he's headed. Oh, how do they get that? Well, Castor's brother pays for a private plane with cash. How'd they trace cash? Well, he used
Good
his
question.
real name for the transaction. Oh, which is? Pollux. Pollux Troy. Okay.
Oh.
Hey,
Stupid name.
Yeah.
you're not gonna ask if that's his real name? No, Pollux, perfectly normal name. I know like 14 and a half Polluxes. Sorry, someone
What?
calling
Do you
me?
really?
No, sorry, Pollux, I wasn't calling you. Did you mean Pollux from HR? I could go get him. No, thank you, Pollux.
They
Pollux
actually
from
have a
accounting?
Pollux.
We're good, Pollux.
They have
We're
several.
just talking. Thank you,
There's
Pollux.
several, yes.
If you guys need anything, just call out Pollux. My name is Pollux. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Pollux.
Go on.
That was Pollux. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that. Hey, why'd you say 14 and a half? Oh, well, Pollux from HR is half the man Pollux from accounting is.
Damn.
Okay, anyway, so what else happens? Oh, and then there's going to be this big over-the-top chase and shootout. There's going to be fireworks for some reason. It's going to be nuts. Wow. And then Sean is going to push Castor in front of a jet engine and knock him out real good. Wow, got him. He did, yeah. But now the FBI needs to figure out where Castor planted this bomb, and Pollux, he's not talking. Oh, so what do they do? Well, they decide to take his face off.
Oh,
Taking
the
someone's
name of the
face
movie.
off is tight. Have you done that?
I get it now.
Oh,
Yeah.
very
What?
messed up. So anyway, Sean undergoes this procedure where they put Castor's face onto his so he can try to get some info off of Pollux in jail. And what about stuff like his eyes and his teeth and the shape of his skull and his body? Yeah,
Yes.
Don't worry about that. Oh, okay, I won't. And what about his voice? Oh, well, this doctor explains that he implanted a microchip in his larynx, but this thing's super fragile. Like a big sneeze and it'll get dislodged. Oh,
Jeez.
wow. I bet that's going to come into play later. Not even a little bit. Not even in a fight scene. Not at all. Okay. So Sean goes into this
What the
fancy
heck?
prison where they have like magnets on people's feet and they have screens where people are dots for some reason. Very fancy. And he manages to find out from Pollux that the bomb is at the LA Convention Center. Oh, well, that plan worked almost immediately. It did, but meanwhile,
All right, movie's
Castor
over.
Troy
Yeah.
wakes up from his coma and his face is gone. Oh boy. So Castor is angry and he gets his crew to come help him. Well, it's gonna be hard for them to help at all. Actually, it's gonna be super easy.
Barely
an
an inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, they just go pick up the face transplant doctor and every single person that knows about the mission. How did he know who knew about the mission?
you shouldn't have recorded
Unclear.
that.
How did they manage to get past hospital security? Oh no, he was left all alone in the building with no handcuffs.
What the heck?
Oh, a very strange
This
way
guy's
to
a
leave
wanted criminal.
terrorist. Yeah, it might not make a whole lot of sense, but this way the movie can happen. Well, that is a thing we want, I guess. So Castor has them put
Okay.
Sean's face on his, and then he kills everybody. Very evil. And then just when Sean thinks he's about to get released from prison, Castor shows up like, hey, guess what? I'm you now, and I'm gonna live your life and sleep with your wife Eve. Wow, so what
Yep.
does Sean do?
Yeah.
Well, now he's gotta escape from prison, but this place is surrounded by ocean, so it's a tough situation. Sure, so how does he manage it? Oh, well, he on purpose gets in a fight and then grabs a cigarette and then gets carried away, but manages to keep the cigarette, and then he gets put in a zappy chair, and he gets this prison guard that hates him to like the cigarette, and then he convinces this other prisoner who just got his brain zapped that they need to escape. So then he uses the lit cigarette to burn a guard, and he and the prisoner, who's fine now, by the way, they fight everybody, and a riot breaks out, and bullets fly everywhere, and Sean gets to the roof, and a helicopter shoots at him, and he jumps into the water. Okay.
That shouldn't
okay.
work.
So I feel like every single part of that process was extremely unlikely, and if a single small part didn't turn out perfectly, then the whole thing would have fallen
What's
apart.
wrong with
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that works for me. So how does he get away from the helicopter? Oh, well, after he jumped into the water, they just kind of fly away. They don't wait for him to surface or to catch him as he's swimming to shore. They don't, no. Well, okay then. So anyway,
Worthless
meanwhile,
policing.
Castor's been living life as Sean, you know, living in his house, sleeping with his
Oh, yeah.
wife, and she doesn't recognize his body
Right,
and whatnot.
right.
She doesn't, no. Huh? And Castor also decided to uncover the bomb himself and become this hero. He gets named Time Magazine's Man of the Year. They just happened to be naming Man of the Year that week. Just so, sir. And eventually Sean manages to talk to his wife, and he's like, Castor and I don't have the same blood type, so that's how you can tell that I'm me. Okay. So in the middle of the night, she sticks him with a needle and takes some of his blood. Does he not feel that? Somehow he doesn't. So then Eve checks
Actually, I
the
think he
blood types
did.
and
Yeah, I
sees
think he
that
did
they
too.
don't match, and then Sean shows up and tells her a story that only he could know. Oh, feels like he should have led with that. Maybe, yeah. So then what happens? Well, Castor's getting yelled at by this FBI boss, and he starts to have a heart attack, so Castor finishes the job.
Oh, Jesus.
And
Yeah,
then
he
there's gonna be
does.
this big showdown at this guy's funeral. Oh boy. Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of shooting, and then a big chase where Castor shoots a bunch of people. Very rude. And then there's gonna be this big boat
Just rude,
chase
yeah.
where some stunt doubles do some crazy stuff, and Sean's gonna kill Castor. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. And so, yeah, then Sean gets his face back and everything's great, and he does that hand thing to his family. Anyone gonna address the fact that Time Magazine's Man of the Year shot a bunch of people? Nope. And also, Sean is gonna bring home Castor's little son. He's gonna live with them now. He didn't check with his wife to see if she was okay with it? No, just brought home a replacement son without asking.
My house,
And so
my
that's
rules.
about it.
Sounds like an
What do you
important
think? Well,
conversation to
sounds
have
like
with
a
your
lot of
wife.
crazy fun, for sure. For sure. Definitely a one-of-a-kind movie. Oh, yeah, one-of-a-kind.
That's for sure. What? Oh, God.
Come on.
How the heck do you reboot that?
No. Damn you, Hollywood.
Why? Why would you do that?
The world may never know. So, Dan. I'm just
Oh, God, no. Don't even think.
I never thought about that until now. That is creepy.
Well, you know when they do it in all slow motion, oh, that's so cute and romantic. Nah, it's kind of weird.
You know, that's not even your child, I don't think.
Right.
You have no right to just, come on. I mean, of all the things that a parent could do with their kid anyway,
The only thing worse you could have done is kiss him on the lips.
I love you, son. Oh, God. Well, I think we can be grateful he didn't get that far.
Yeah.
But now he's got a young child again, so, oh, no. Maybe it
Well, I
will.
mean, it's nice for the kid. You know, his father wasn't exactly a good influence anyways.
No.
So you bring him into your home, you know, give him a nice loving household, we'll hope he taken care of, you know. Honestly, that was a good thing about the film. It did end on a happy note there, but...
It did. Now, the wife's got explaining to do, like why she was sleeping with the bad guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, my question is, how do you not notice the discrepancies in their appearance? Mind you, I don't think I've seen Nicolas Cage and John Travolta right next to each other, but I'm pretty sure there's some differences in body shape that would
He's a
stand
little,
out.
his skull structure in general is a little more elongated and thinner.
Right?
John Travolta's is just a little more square, I
But
think.
even just like in the body too, I think John Travolta's a little bit more stocky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, in this movie he definitely was. So, I don't know how you don't notice that.
Plus, you get I don't know what they look like as far as like abs and chest hair and all that. There's got to be some differences there, though, right?
I mean, you would think so. Because I think I remember in this movie, and I don't remember how they did this, but you remember he got shot at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He still had the bullet wound.
Mm-hmm.
And his wife always noticed it. I don't know if she noticed it on the new Sean Archer.
Actually, you know, that's a fair
How do you-
point. They
how
didn't
do you-
even bring up. Yeah,
How do you bring that up?
I mean, that should be a permanent scar on your body that you would notice at one
Yeah,
point.
you're sleeping with the guy, and it's like, wait, where's your scar? Yeah.
I guess they just did it with their clothes on.
What'd you do? Okay. Been a long time since I saw that movie, so unless they actually did bring that up and find a way to get rid of it.
Right.
At the end, though, he told the augmentation team, he's like, man, I don't need it anymore. You can get rid of it.
Mm.
Because if they were able to attach a face
Mm-hmm.
and, perfectly with no surgery marks, they can get rid of a scar.
Yeah, I suppose they could. The tech would be there.
Yeah, so there were a lot of things that they left open-ended for convenience sake so the movie could move on.
Right.
But you would think that you would just write a good story through that instead of just like leaving things the way they were.
I mean, it wasn't the worst movie ever made.
No.
You know, some of the stuff, where Sean goes and meets Castor's girlfriend or wife or whatever she is, and he kind of gets an insight into her lifestyle and kind of understands, what the kind of problems they have to deal with. There's some good storytelling there, but it's kind of weird because you have this, kind of drama action movie with this hint of sci-fi to it,
A little bit,
and,
yeah.
and the sci-fi just doesn't make a lot of sense or doesn't come up as much as it should to really make this movie work. Like the whole thing about the little thing in the neck that adjusts your voice. Like, how does that not come up at some point? You mean to tell me that thing never malfunctions? You never sneeze for like the whole 5 weeks that you have this thing in you?
Just works perfectly the whole
Yeah.
time. You would think with all the fighting you've done, it would have been damaged anyway.
Right.
So, but no.
Yeah, and then the whole escape sequence there too. Like, yeah, there's a whole lot going on there. It's a maximum security prison. There's 2 of you. Like, how did you get out that easily, and why did nobody look for your body?
Right. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure the doctor that was administering the zaps in that prison
Mm-hmm.
was Joe Bob Briggs.
Was it?
I think it was. You just never saw his face.
Mm.
But you know that voice.
Mm-hmm.
You remember him from, he was also in Casino, so it's like, you know the voice, you know the face. But I think it was Joe Bob Briggs. I could be wrong about that. But I thought I recognized his voice when I saw the movie. I'm like, that sounds like Joe Bob.
Maybe. I remember Billy Bob Thornton in there.
Yeah, I think I remember him, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, it doesn't matter. But
Yeah. But yeah, very, very 90s-ish movie with a bunch of weird names and a lot of gratuitous action for no real reason.
Had Michael Bay all over it.
Oh, yeah, it did.
But it'd be like that. Fam, nothing else needs to be said here. I think you get the point. We enjoy these pitch meetings. We're going to keep doing them. There's a lot of movies that were made well that are loaded with these plot holes, and we're going to go discover what they are because it's so much fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. But as always, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bells. Check us out on all those things up top there, and like and subscribe again. But until next time, this is Cocktail Flicks. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. Cheers to you, fam. Cheers to you, Dan.
Cheers to you, Joe.
Later, guys.